way, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting edition of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. William D. Morgan. Now, guys, we had a call out tonight. Unfortunately, our girl Janae, she is out sick. However, we have a very special person here. Someone who helped start this show, helped with this foundation. Let me bring my man, Mr. Gene Emerson. Gene, what's up?
What is up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. I said I'm going to be around, so you never know.
There you go. We appreciate you being here, big dog. Let me go ahead and bring in next the cosplay queen. I could not do anything without this young lady here. Bringing my girl, Kat Holla. Kat, how you doing?
Doing good, William. How about yourself?
Doing good.
What's up, Gene?
Nothing much. What's up with you tonight?
We got Gene,
trying not to melt.
She's down in Texas, guys. So yeah, she's got it kind of bad.
Is it warm?
A little warm. Let me go ahead and bring in my next person real quick, and then we'll get to our guest. My man who's been doing this for over almost 3 years with me. Let me bring my man Shaw in. Shaw, what's up?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right. Now we get to the good stuff. You see us pretty much every week, but this next person has a brand new movie coming out. He's been on the show before, giving us the lowdown on Black Side. He's now back with us once again, giving us the lowdown on his new movie, The Force. Let me bring my good friend Derrick Perez in. Derrick, how you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Hot, man. He is in Canada, so he's probably got it best. Cat's in Texas. I'm in Georgia. So you're in what, Florida?
Y'all can complain. I'm in Florida.
Oh,
yeah. So you got the humidity coming in from those storms, just like we do.
Yep.
So it's like 103, but then like pretend you're in a sauna suit, and so it's more like 120 out.
You guys got it.
That's Florida every day.
Dang.
Florida every day.
Man, let me bring my man KW in. KW, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Good to have you here. All right, let's go ahead. First of all, I gotta get to Derrick. Derrick, you did Black Side, excellent movie. Tell me a little bit about The Force. What was the thought process behind it? What was the motivation for the movie?
Well, Force is a project that I've actually been developing even before we did Black Side. It started in 2016, and it went through many different names and many different storylines and many different characters. And we did try shooting some concepts here and there over the years, but right after we did Black Side, we started beginning conversations on Force and how we'll execute another superhero project, but something that's much more bigger and larger in scale.
Now, when you say larger in scale, what do you mean? Do you mean more characters, the storylines expanded? What do you mean by in a larger scale?
Big time. So Black Side was very much contained to maybe 3 to 4 characters, not including side characters, of course. Right. And it was a good storyline that followed Marissa's backstory. This right here, we find a much bigger story. We find Josue, a young man who's been through the foster care system, comes into the film in a lot of trouble with the law and everything, and he kind of has to flip the script and take on the mantle of potentially being something bigger than himself. So it's bigger in scale because there's a bigger story behind it. There's bigger elements we play with here, but also bigger action sequences. This has probably 3 to 4 more action sequences than we had in Black Side. The action sequences are a lot longer. And we really spent a lot of time working on stunts and crafting the action you're going to see, but also some of the really cool superhero moments throughout.
Now I know on Black Side, some people inadvertently got punched in the face. Did that happen to you?
Listen, far worse. Like I said, the
What?
action just got crazier. So did the opportunity to definitely take a few hits. So I'll definitely let Isaiah. This is my co-star in the film. I'll let him kind of shed some light on that.
Yeah. So
How you doing, Isaiah?
how you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all
Doing
right.
good, man. Doing good. Now he was telling me you're the movie's bad guy.
That is me. That is me.
Tell me more about your character. How you went into your role of developing the character.
So for me, it's kind of a new thing. So this is my first actually feature length film, being in the spotlight like this, and me coming into it as a new actor. I've definitely had a journey, especially with Derrick. He's taught me a lot about getting into character. Music definitely helps with that kind of thing, but going through the steps of really getting into that character, and as I'm on screen, I think a lot of people will be excited to see what happens there.
Man, it's like sometimes I think, and I want to get Gene Cat and Shaw's opinion on this too. Sometimes a bad guy can draw you into that movie just as much as the hero could. What do you three guys think about that?
I would
Agreed.
have to say
Oh, go ahead, Gene.
I would have to agree on that. Coming from the promo world and what I've done, the villain. If you don't have a good villain and you don't have a good, a solid enough, let's say hero, then there's no draw. There's no, I mean, if there's no conflict between the two, or there's nothing that gets you, sometimes to be the make and break. That's why we read comics. That's why we watch these superhero movies. Because you want to see the strife between the villain and the hero, and see what's who gets their comeuppance, or who gets the short end of the stick.
Cat.
I mean, y'all know me. I am always for a good villain. Like, I'm pretty sure like alternate universe me probably runs like some sort of like underworld crime ring. But I'm just saying, if your villain isn't bad enough, or if your villain isn't believable enough, then unfortunately your hero is not going to take off. So a villain is, I think, probably more important than your hero, because it gives your hero like a real reason for existence.
Get some validation. Spartan Warrior KW. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Isaiah and Isaiah Derrick. This is a joke.
Oh my God. Young Lonzo brothers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, man.
You look like brothers.
What's up, Spartan Warrior? How you doing, man? Go ahead, Shaw.
Yeah, just like what KW just said. Part of the reason why Batman is so popular is all the villains. I mean, all the Batman movies have been good because of the villains, mostly. I mean, we haven't had really a good Batman movie focused on Batman other than the animated ones, Like, they've all been focusing on the really good villains,
Now, when you came up with the concept of the Force, were you also the person who came up with the costume as well, or you had a person come up with the costume?
So that was a role played by a couple different people. I came up with the basic concept, which we added to over time. I'd say the hardest part of building that suit was probably coming up with the concept for the suit was mostly the mask. We ran through a lot of options with masks, and something that's most feasible. We couldn't do the stick-on mask because stick-on mask would not stay on, because I'm doing all kinds of flips and jumps and stuff like that, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and it just wasn't working out. But there was a long process for figuring that out for the film you're seeing, going to be seeing in October.
That costume looks nice. I like that costume a lot. The cape I'm a big cape guy. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm a big cape guy, and
Yeah.
it's like I love capes, and it's like the cape was cool. Like they said in that movie, The Incredibles, capes are no good, but yet and still, I still love capes. I don't
I
get
was
that.
I was I was just about to say that. Will, I was just about to say that. No capes.
No capes, no capes. I love capes, man. I love a good cape on a hero.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much the Force is pretty much just a normal human who's highly trained. Am I saying that correctly?
Well, Force actually has powers, and the villain also has some powers as well. I have strength, and he has some strength. And believe it or not, in the film, we are brothers. So that's what kind of you talked about the villain dynamic. That's what really is blowing up about the villain dynamic is we were separated in foster care, and we're forced to reconnect through a Get Straight program. And in that program, on the outside of that program, I'm Force and he's Shadowstorm, and he's doing what he's doing. And we don't know we're fighting up against each other until a certain point of the film. So it really spices up some of the action that you'll be seeing. Man, but yeah, cape thing, I'm telling you, I got so much shit for the cape thing that it was just out of this world. But at the end of the day, I like capes. I'm a cape guy. I watched The Incredibles. I understand the cape.
Yeah.
But listen, we made it work in this one, so it looks great.
Can't wait for October. Everybody can't wait for that movie to come through. Now, my other question. You said there might be some other things coming down the turnpike that you can just give us a little snippet about.
Absolutely. So right now we are working out things for distribution of Black Sai. So that'll be out to the public by next year.
Okay.
Force is going to come after Black Sai as well. And a lot of the story elements, they're connected. That's all. I'm going to just say they're connected. Black Sai does make an appearance in the Force.
Yes.
Black Sai.
Yes.
We're building a really big universe with our superhero side of Axion Pictures.
Yeah, boy.
So we do have really big plans for that. When it comes to doing productions and doing film, you can do a lot of things when you have an amazing team working with you. And over at Axion Pictures, especially starting with Force, we have an amazing team that's really paving the way for this universe to happen. And when I tell you really big things are coming, they're not just coming, they're already here, and they start during Force. So you'll see some really cool stuff.
Wow.
So are we talking like moving towards something like a bigger team up later, like you see with Avengers and Justice League?
Very similar, yes.
Yeah, boy. I see you.
Our Avengers and Justice League in this universe is called the Destiny Crusade. So
love it.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic.
Now we've been talking offline, and one of the things, like I told you earlier, the Arrowverse started with 3 characters, and it started with Arrow, then Supergirl, the Flash, and then everything just came right along with it. And I'm glad to hear that we're going to get something similar within time, because for what they were doing, that was sort of kind of groundbreaking at that time, and now it seems to be like just folding in front of our eyes. So to get that back, I think is fantastic.
I just gotta say it's something original, so it's something that's new and unseen. So it's like to see that you're already coming up with the idea of having a metaverse, if you will, or your own alternate universe on something fresh that's not Marvel, DC, something like that we've already seen. This is pretty interesting and definitely is worth the time to invest.
Oh yeah.
Now, with that being said, are we looking at taking this from maybe being cinematic into something that's more of a, I don't want to say comic version, but maybe more like a graphic novel version?
It's funny you should say that.
Uh-oh.
No, yes, no. We the thing is, it's what we're building is much more bigger than just movies. But yeah, we do have comic books that will be coming out for Black Side, for Force, some other
Yeah, you gotta
characters.
man.
This is just a preview of one of the first issue.
Oh, that's
I mean,
awesome,
put on
man.
a T-shirt, but you guys got to get the idea. There's a lot we're building with this, and in time, you guys are gonna get to see some really amazing stuff.
Man, I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Let me ask Isaiah. Isaiah, is Isaiah part of these future plans as well?
I don't know, Isaiah. How did we leave off? How did we leave off?
Is he gonna be part of these future plans? I mean, because to me, and Derek, you're a comic book anime fan like us. When someone dies, the thought process is you can always bring them back. You know, so if he does die in the forest, maybe he can come back.
Die in the fort? No,
If he dies in the forest, maybe he can come back. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Ah,
There's a potential. There's a really big potential.
Also, too, it goes without saying. You look at, if we're going to go talk about DC or even Marvel, there's always been that one key villain. So hopefully, Isaiah is that one key villain that will show up in these other ones, right? So
hopefully he can be Axion. Hopefully he can be Axion's dark side.
Cool.
I mean, I'm just saying. Because dark side is like all throughout DC. He ain't going nowhere. He's a freaking avatar. No one's ever gotten to the real dark side. No one's ever gotten to him. So I want to ask you a question, Derek. Directing starring in the movie, is that hard to do? Was that something that you had a hard time wrapping your head around? I mean, how was that?
It was honestly a huge night. I'm just kidding. It was great. It was wonderful. I've been doing it. I've done it for a couple on a couple projects. And the thing about directing and acting is it's not achievable if you don't have a good team. This project was a challenge. I think it was a bigger challenge than we originally had anticipated, but our team stuck with us and we continued to push through every obstacle. And I mean, you can see it behind us. It looks great. The project's coming out great. I watched a little bit of the rough cut the other day with the editing team, and it is epic. It's awesome. And it was hard because, I have to play so many different roles on set. Everybody wants to talk to you. And it did eliminate some of that time for me to really get into character, but I still found a little moment of time right before we set action to kind of dive into that. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Like as far as you go from like directing
and
acting, like so for me it was really cool to see because I've never really seen anybody do that or anything like that before. So it was kind of like a switch that he would be able to turn on and off. So he'd be going from directing and saying, oh, this is going here, this is going here, this is where the angles need to be, this is where the lights need to be. And then right after a second after that, it's like a switch, and he's like, "Okay, now I'm the force. Now I'm here. Now I'm acting here." So it's really like it was really like a switch, and it was cool to see because it's kind of like a first experience for me.
Anybody got any more questions? I don't want to dominate everybody.
Well, most importantly, if people want to get their hands on these comics, I mean, I'm a huge indie comic fan. How do I get my hands on it?
Well, like I said, what the movie's going to kind of launch the comics as well. When the movie drops, when we have our premiere, pretty much the first issue will come out right before our premiere, and it's kind of a prelude to the film itself. Every issue after that will kind of follow the storyline coming from the film, but it literally takes the rest of the comic series takes place after the events of the film. And it's really cool. I think where we get to see these characters go and how that relationship continues to play post the movie is going to be epic. So you'll definitely see a lot more content coming out closer to October as to when those will be dropping.
Now, if we wanted to talk to like our local comic shops about like, hey, are you guys going to get this comic in? Who's that going to be distributed through? Do you know yet?
We don't know as of yet. Right now, we're still in the development phase for the comics. But trust me, we're definitely going full range. We're shooting for the stars with this one.
We got a question in chat. When is the premiere?
Oh, okay. Dean Polo. Okay, so the premiere is we're kind of figuring out some dates, but it's set for end of October.
Okay, and I also wanted to show the movie poster. This is a badass movie poster.
Yes, sir.
It's a badass movie poster. Yeah, it is. He also sent me a couple of shots I want to show folks as well. Some set photos here. And tripod camera. Let's go to the second one here. So as you're shooting, you were also looking into the monitor to make sure everybody's in place.
Yes, this was actually a scene where I was, oh my God, thankfully not had to be in both seats for. That's the younger version of myself.
Okay.
Flashback, nice.
Flashback. All right, this how y'all do it? Go.
And we got dog and all, yes.
Let's go to our next one here. Makeup time. All right. Reviewing everything. That must be like a pre-fight scene.
That's yep. Yep, that's definitely a very important scene in the film.
Pre-fight scene. Round 1. Fight. There's another one there. There's the cape.
Yeah, that's actually a behind-the-scenes shot from our final battle.
Wow. Nice. Nice. He's getting himself psyched up and ready. All right. I'm gonna go kick this guy's ass, so I got to get ready.
Now, one final question with this. I know it's looking at premiering in October. Before the big premiere, are you guys going to be premiering it at any kind of local like film festivals, anything of that nature in your area?
Not for Force. For Force, we want to kind of what we're doing with Force is more so just keeping it straight for the we're doing for the release because we want everything to kind of drop. The festivals is great when it comes to certain projects when you want to kind of push it out there for distribution. I think with Force we kind of have an idea as to where we're going to distribute, and we're kind of ironing out those options. But I will say we will do. There's going to be a special release before the film that I know we're going to play. Also, the soundtrack for because we have a special music done for this project.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I miss movies having a good soundtrack. Like
yes.
Yes. Listen. Don't get me started.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you guys this: the characters, both the hero and the villain, are they based off anybody you followed up or grew up with as you guys followed comics, anime, and so forth?
For me, yes. I based Force similar to. I know I look like I'm wearing a Batman suit, but I based him more closer to Miles Morales, but with a darker twist. The thing you'll find with this project is we have very realistic characters, and we partnered with like Safe and Sound Hillsborough, who tackles the gun violence issue here in Hillsborough County. And I'm also I'm a guardian at Lytton. I was in the foster care system for 8 years, so I wanted to play with a character that had that background, but also has the aspect of Miles Morales, who's our Puerto Rican and African American Spider-Man. Yep. So we put definitely a small portion of the film takes place in Puerto Rico, and our characters are Puerto Rican in the film.
How about you, Isaiah? Was your villain character based off someone you grew up with or watched?
My character, it wasn't really. I mean, it may have been to Derrick, like based off of one of the things that he grew up with. But for me, I connect my character more to somebody like Darth Vader, just because of his like demeanor, the way that he walks, the way that he does stuff, and the way that he looks. So yeah, it's more like a Darth Vader thing for me as far as like what he does.
Everybody's saying KW man. Hey KW, you stupid. Oh man. Also known as Darth Vader's universe. Oh man. But October. So it's gonna be the premiere is gonna be toward more like the end of October. So we can look around Halloween.
Absolutely, yes. Around Halloween. You know, I don't want to compete with Halloween. What is it? Halloween Ends.
Yep.
Trying to stay away from that because I know where I'll be when Halloween Ends comes out. But yeah, absolutely. I think October is where we're set right now. Right now we're in the VFX stage. You're kind of putting the VFX on the film, and our team is working really hard to do the music as well as the sound effects for this. We have a really amazing sound and music team who and we've also been recording with artists locally here to Tampa Bay to do some of the epic music that fits the culture, the Puerto Rican and African American and mixed culture that you'll see in the film.
Man, I am so hyped up. I'm so pumped up to see this. Like I say, Black Side was our baby today the other day. I wish I had a better picture though. That's the only thing that got me. I wish I had a better picture. I think Greg sent me one. I think Greg has sent me one within the message. I might put that one back up there a little later. But guys, like I say, this is tremendous. I like what you're doing. Yep. Everything's original, which I think is huge. Also being, I'll bring this up as well. If you want to sue me. Being a person of color, doing something this big, I think is fantastic. Does that also come into play with fans that you deal with? Because I think it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that's the thing that we tend to experience, and even with Black Sai is, you know, we're a very diverse group, and with very diverse cast and crew. And one of the things that I really think people, you know, respect and are always happy to support is our efforts in creating and developing something. And I don't know about you, but when's the last time we actually saw a Puerto Rican superhero on the screen?
Yep.
So, you know,
I guess for me it's big because they're new characters. You know, I don't get me wrong. Like, hey, cast whoever you want for a comic book character in like Marvel, DC, whatever. But we're seeing a lot where like they're changing it to try and reach a demographic. Like, give me a new character. Like, plain and simple, give me a new character. And that's what I really like crave is those new characters for different perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
and that's huge because even in comics, you don't see that many Puerto Rican heroes, even in the comics. And not to be and what you're doing, like I said before, is doing original versus DC and Marvel. A lot of them are just rehashes. Two Black Superman, Batwing, Black Batman.
How many like 3 Miss Marvels?
Like 3 Miss Marvels. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, what I can say is the thing I love about what some of us come from backgrounds of, you know, trauma and things. And I think one of the big things about coming from that is as a creator, it's more but different and unique content. It becomes, you know, I can write many stories about some of the experiences I've had to grow up around or some of the experiences of people I've known I've grown up around. And that just comes with opening up the door to many different cultures and experiences. And I think, like I said, we work really hard and we have an amazing team. And we're going to be pushing out some really cool stuff for you guys.
Let me ask you this. The soundtrack's coming. Merch, where when you get everything straight, where will the shirts come from? The posters come from? because I gotta get both posters. I mean, I gotta get both posters for my wall. That's just a given. Where do you have any idea where we can find the merch for everything?
Yeah, so closer to our premiere, we'll have T-shirts. I know we have T-shirts. I know we have. We're gonna have posters. There's a new poster that's gonna be the official poster that has not come out yet. Which is, you thought this was cool. Wait till you see that one.
Oh man.
We're gonna have some really cool stuff. Our marketing team is working really hard on that, and I see her in the comments shouting merch.
Merch.
Really hard on that. There's gonna be cool
Just
stuff.
make sure you get the link to William, because I know he's got your direct line.
Yes.
And, you know, everyone's missing my plea for the fact that we're pretty and we need bail money for Shaw every time he goes and steals them chips. But you know, I took it down for tonight. But yeah, let us know. We can make sure we can get the plug on that for you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Because I gotta get both. I gotta get both of those posters. I got two. I got one. I got a barrel wall here, barrel wall there. They're ready to go. It's ready to go, man. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be the first one to get both of those posters. Matter of fact, no, I take that back. I take that back. I might be a third or fourth because I know Dean's got one, and I think Greg's got one. And I know you got one, so I'm probably fourth person.
Okay,
in line to get
I'll
one.
tell you what we'll do is we'll sign yours. I'll get everybody in the cast to sign it.
Appreciate it, man. Good looking out. Good looking out. I want to ask Isaiah, as a new actor, how did this open things up for you? Will we see you in other roles going down the line?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. You know, like Derrick said, we do have a lot of stuff coming up. Besides the movie, you know, going forward, I think we are set to go for a lot of stuff coming up. So I think you're gonna be seeing a lot more of me and a lot of other stuff.
There you go. All right. Anything else you got? Anything else you guys want to goddamn push? Anything you guys want to goddamn promote? Your social media handles or things like that?
Let me just throw out first, definitely like, subscribe, and share to our page on YouTube, Exion Pictures. Check out our Instagram, follow. We always post updates on that. We are also on Facebook. One of the big things I'd also like to shout out is our sponsors of this project, Hillsborough, Safe and Sound Hillsborough. They are the ones tasked with tackling the gun violence issue with youth. Hillsborough County right now is really bad with youth picking up guns. So we just like to give them a huge shout out for believing in our project and all of us working together to kind of tackle those issues. And we have an amazing project. Go check out that trailer. And like I said, big stuff is coming.
Man, I am looking forward to it. Anything else you guys have before we let these fine gentlemen go?
Just can't wait to see it. Can't wait for the end of October. I'm anticipating a good movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm excited about the comics. You know,
Amen.
I think we might get an Isaiah and Kat team up because Kat loves to be the bad guy, and I think they might team up at some point and
that's because,
destroy the world.
The villain puts in more than. Hold on. Who am I?
Wow. Okay.
It's true.
Hey,
Though.
I have to go with Ian Ironside when he said, and his quote is, "The villain's got the better vocabulary or better lines than the hero sometimes."
Actually, that might be valid. Actually, that might be valid. I'm thinking that. That's great.
Oh man. We'll keep up with everything on social media. Do you guys have a Twitter?
We do not.
Okay. I don't blame you.
TikTok.
Got TikTok?
I have a TikTok, and Isaiah has a TikTok as well.
All right, get it to William, and I'll make sure. Okay.
Hey, we ain't giving it out right now.
What? Yeah.
We ain't giving it out right now.
You just.
You get it to William. We got you.
Yeah, it's just to watch fun stuff.
Understood. Yeah, that's all I do pretty much on TikTok. Kat is really good at TikTok though. She's like the TikTok queen. She know how it works.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, I've been slacking lately. It's been too hot to make TikToks. I'm like, no, I don't have time for this.
Derrick and Isaiah, thank you for being on the Geek Gauntlet. We do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. We'll see. Definitely, I'll be keeping up with you, and definitely would love to have you guys back.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen. You have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
All right, everybody. Good interview there. I love those guys. I love Derrick.
Yeah.
Derrick's a good dude, man, and he's in the comics too. So it's like, yeah, me and Derrick, we can just talk about. And now she puts it back. I love Derrick, good dude. Isaiah's good dude. So all right. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the show real quick. Oh, I never did show. I think I showed them all. That's the last one there. I want to make sure I show you guys these real quick. And bam. All right. So those are the press kit pictures. Now let's go ahead and get into the show. We got some reviews to go over, a little bit of news, some topics that we're gonna go ahead and get the heck up out of here tonight. Thank you everybody in the chat for coming through. We do appreciate it. And let's get started with the news and the rundowns. All right, Shaw, go ahead, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's start off with Superman and Lois. Just saw it today. The worlds are colliding and stuff's happening.
God, you need to stop.
Well, where's Cat? Cat, I'm going to Cat, your person you're talking about. Oh, hold on. She's back. Sorry.
Oh, man. All right, go ahead, Shaw.
So what y'all think of the episode?
I didn't get time to get to see this, but again, it's Lois and Superman. It's a new thing. It's their thing that's going on. I know there's a lot of stuff changing in that universe, so didn't really get to see it. But their show has been pretty solid, writing pretty well. So.
Kat, did you get a chance to watch the episode?
What do you think?
Go ahead, break it down.
I mean, I did. I caught a few glimpses of it because I was watching The Flash and it ran over. But and like we've discussed before, I'm really not sure if it's the actress that plays Lois. But it was just the whole, oh my God, the world's gonna end, and oh, we need to be together as a family. And then Clark's like, but I must step in and do something about it. Bro, how'd you let it get this far? You're Superman. Like, oh, hold on. There you go. Let me go save the world right now. Save my family, save the world. But I just it's up to me to take care of it all. And I get that's the Superman trope. I get it. But it's like, right now you got to pick a lane. Either you're going to be Superman or you're going to be Family Man. Which is going to be? Or just go back to Bizarro World and make me happy.
But he's Superman. He can do both.
Obviously not if he's that conflicted about it. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, but we know I'm a supervillain, so I mean, I'd let the world burn, but know.
So getting down to it, you're more like a Homelander, just like, oh yeah, whatever.
Like, oh, what the hell?
Homelander wishes he was as cold as I am.
Oh, KW, we about to get into the Flash. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real quick, I do want to say this though.
I'm more like Butcher. Yeah.
I do have it. I just have one issue with all of this. The actress for Lois has been kind of, I think she's been slacking a little bit as an actress. I don't know if it's the role she's been given, but she just hasn't been as good the past couple of episodes as she was before. And B, Lana, I got an issue with her because when you're a divorced couple, when you're a divorced couple, if you hang out as much as they do, and I know sometimes they hang out with their kids, but a lot of times you see them on their own, just hanging out. Are you truly separated?
I mean,
come by the
some
office.
people just, let's face it, there are some people that they end up married and they were just better when they were friends, and they're cool when they're not, when there's not that paper, that legal paper, right? Because at that point there's no obligation to spare feelings, and you know, if they're being out of line and you want to tell them, you tell them. What are they going to do, Matt?
Man, let me tell you, that they better than me, cause they better than me, cause men ex. Hey, how you doing? I came to get the kids. All right, see you later. That's pretty much how we go. As far as we go. Shaw, what did you think of the episode, man?
I enjoyed it. There's some good moments here and there. The questions are always boring, but still some good stuff here and there. Some good action. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. The next show up, I'm gonna do this one. Ladies and gentlemen, The Flash. And all that matters in The Flash. And I watched this episode late. I was busy at that. Then Kat hit me up on Facebook. And she said, Will, I know you dancing up and down for joy. What you talking about? Here comes Shaw. Yeah. You gonna be jumping on for joy. Even Janae, you gonna be jumping for joy, Will. I watch it. I finally get what I want. Iris is dead. She is gone.
Right now, you can tell that William wants to get up out of that chair and start dancing.
Yes. I was so happy. I put it in the lead Discord. I was so freaking happy that day she was gone. I forgot who it was trying to rain on my parade up until something. You know she'll be back by the end of the show. Listen. They need to keep her. She dead for now, number one. Number two, if they were smart, they'll keep her dead. Because that's gonna motivate Barry with his in his upcoming battle. And also another thing that I got put out in the Discord too, if you look at it, technically, Barry could have saved her. Because he had like a 10-second gap to go save her, and he didn't do it.
Well, it's just like when you have like, okay, we all play video games here, right? We've all had that time when you have to save the girlfriend, save the wife, and you're just like, God, she's such a nag. Do I really have to? You know.
And again, I just want to say this. There's nothing against Candace. People think I'm hating on Candace Patton. I'm not hating on Candace Patton at all. I'm not hating on her at all. She's a tremendous actress. But the character is just annoying.
It's kind of like Lois. Like, the actress is good, but even when I watched her in Grimm, there was a certain point in the story where they turned her into this, like, incessant nag. And I'm just, and they've done the same thing with her and Lois, is she's whiny, she's helpless, and she's naggy. Like, why?
Like, she was good in season 1, but after that.
Yeah,
she was good when they were just friends and siblings.
It's one of those tropes that you get because there's always got to be a naggy, whiny, woman-ish character in CW shows. And, well, you know, what happens to be with Flash, there's so many characters. So they just were like, oh, okay, we're going to give it. And at this point, there's a lot of people out there. It's like, yay, finally, it's over. We finally move on. Can we, you know, she's gone.
She's gone, man. She gone, bro. She gone. And that because A, it motivates him to be a better hero, and B, she died in the comics. They finally put the trigger out on this. So I think you keep her going. It ain't gonna happen because the showrunner said that she's not dead. But
yeah.
Right now. Yeah. But right now though, I can smile, I can dance, I can eat Cheetos all night long. She gone, cuz. She gone. That's all that matters. She gone. Yes. It's about freaking time we got rid of her. Yes. Yeah. All that bull jump to my we the Flash. Look here, girl. Let me pull you to the side. Look here. Let me pull you to the side real quick.
You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing. You a human. You can barely run your paper. Let me worry about the bad guys. I'm the one doing all this running. I'm the one throwing all these punches and risking his life. You here at the computer screen watching me.
You're
So
a side piece with an upgrade.
Thank you. You need to recognize something. We ain't the Flash. I'm the Flash. And then he speeds off and beat up a bad guy. That's how you do it, damn it. That's how you do it. So if I tell you my lightning rod, get the hell out of here with that. The hell is that? You are my lightning rod. Get the Cortana downgrade.
No, because she's not always in Barry's head.
Oh man. And see, he has his little comm link in his ear. Can you imagine her voice in your ear every time something happens?
Barry, don't forget the milk. Barry, get home. Don't forget to get the diapers, Barry.
Get out. Just get off the show, man. Get off the show. And then another thing I did like about Iris, it took attention away from Joe.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you go back and really look at it, and you never really got to see him in his light, but Joe West is a badass. And Iris took away from that. And that was another reason why I didn't like the character, because Joe's supposed to get shine, and he never really got his shine. Also in the episode, we saw Cecile get powers, even more improved powers, like she was stealing powers from Metas. I thought that was kind of cool.
I just saw the look on her face when she was doing it. It was like, I take your power, I take your power, I take your power.
I take your power, I take your power, I take your... Even in meta dampening rooms, she was still using and taking people's powers. It looks like Frost might be a theme coming back, so we shall see on that. That wasn't the season finale, was it?
Next episode is season finale.
Next episode. Okay. Next episode.
They gotta have a funeral.
Yeah, it's a 2-part.
Man, we're gonna give out. Well, I guess they would. Okay, we'll give her that. Happy birthday to Candace Patton, by the way. I can't be a total hater. Yeah, happy birthday to her. I can't be a total hater. Happy birthday to her. But I got what I want. I'm a happy man. The only thing I need now to satisfy my superhero career
is a good Batwoman.
Besides that, I need Rogue to go take Captain Marvel's powers away and pull out the picture. I need to see that on the big screen. We saw it in the comics. We saw it, doggone it. We saw it in the X-Men cartoon. I need to see that on a big screen. If I can get that on the big screen, I'm good. The Batwoman, we might get that next decade, but to see Rogue take Captain Marvel's powers, I'm down for that. That's the next.
Yeah, but right now Marvel's too busy with all their no names, all their D-list characters.
They are.
So we're probably gonna get that in the next decade too, maybe.
There is a new X-Men movie on its way in the 5th Phase 5, so
that's true.
And Fantastic Four.
Yep,
that's true. Yeah, Fantastic Four. Yeah, we got that coming too. So yeah,
and Ghost Rider and Blade.
But we also got a Wonder Man series in development.
That's something. Yeah.
Really?
We might be getting Midnight Suns, maybe.
that would be nice.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and down the line. We took care of Flash. What's next?
All right. Before we move on, just want to say we got some news from the recent comics, the recent Arrowverse comics, that the Spectre, aka Robbie Stephen Amell, will be showing up in season 9 of The Flash.
That's in a comic crossover, right?
No. They said at the end of the comic that he will be coming back in season 9 of The Flash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen Stephen Amell lately? He used to be skinny. Now he's all buff.
Yeah,
because he did that wrestling show.
Yeah, he's really buff now. Yeah. Really buff.
All right. Next, let's move on to the season finale of Kenobi. What'd you guys think of it?
Loved the end scene. It was great. It was phenomenal. It was what it needed. I know there's talks that they want to have a season 2, which would be great, but just how they capped it off it put everything into. It made sense now. If you were to finish off Kenobi and then go watch, New Hope New Hope and all that, you'd go like, okay, this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Cal, what did you think of it?
I mean, Disney's retconning their own versions of the timeline, but whatever.
Yeah, nah.
I didn't think it was all that bad. Like Gene says, I like the way they wrapped it up. Where bringing in Qui-Gon, and he's like, okay, I now understand that I can leave Luke and he'll be okay. Which makes a little more sense as to why, like, Luke knew of Old Man Ben, but didn't really know who he was.
Right.
Of course, we know that Leia, because she had so much more interaction with him, knows who he is, which is why she sent R2-D2 with "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope."
Yeah.
Definitely makes more sense with the whole naming her son too.
Yeah. I'm not so sure how I feel about how they ended with Reva. Like, I don't think she's dead.
Apparently.
Well, see, this is the thing. You had the character, the third sister that plays into Jedi the Fallen Knight. So you know what I mean. You had to open up that door. There's a Yeah, I know it gets into a Pandora's box, but it opens up. We already played the video game, so it gives you a little bit more detailed backstory on her, and you go, okay, now I'm sympathetic to her and her blight and her character.
Right.
So
and
it's the kickoff.
My issue with her, though, is still the same kind of issue that I have with the way they did Phasma. You have a potential for a very strong female protagonist on the dark side, and you made her look like chump change.
Yeah. But even though she even when you play the game, she even calls herself, what she was doing.
Right.
If you know what I mean, as a lower, chumpier character. So it's like you got the video game gave you very little to work off of. They worked off of making her look like a bit of a badass. But if you get back into like
actual lore, and even with her story though, like you have these really great opportunities for characters, and I have, like I said, I have two kind of issues with it. I'm noticing that for some reason, and it may just be that this is the actors and actresses they're getting to play these roles, all of your bad guys are people of color.
Well, Star Wars has always been like that, though.
Well, yes and no, because Vader, at least we knew was, I mean, other than it being James Earl Jones's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Anakin Skywalker, white dude.
True.
If you look at a lot of the Empire, they were very monochromatic, for a lack of a better term.
Mm.
And a lot of the Star Wars, I mean, you had diversity because you had the alien races, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But I just kind of feel like they're taking, and I also know that they're also trying to push more for that Chinese audience.
Mm.
And the Chinese audience, they prefer lighter skinned people. Yeah. It's a class thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that maybe why it bothers me. Yeah. Is because I feel like they're putting these actors and these characters in these kind of roles to basically quietly appease this foreign audience. Rather than just creating the characters and letting them be what they are.
Right.
So I that may be honestly why it bothers me more. I mean, and let's face it, I'll throw myself under the bus here. No one gets offended quicker than a white woman. But but
I think also too, if you look at it, the timeline of which Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's a very, like, what is it, 6 episodes, okay? 6 parts. There isn't really enough time over that to develop a good enough, all these little minor characters. We know where they play, but we want to see more. You literally need like a 26 episode show in order to fan out, right? Because they so marginalized to 6 episodes. Yeah, you're going to be like, oh man, I wish this character was more of this, but it's only because of the length of time and what they're doing. Is it good enough that we go, okay, this makes sense, and you know what I mean? We know where this goes and how this plays out. Yeah. Do I agree with you? Yes. I wish they, it was longer and we could see a lot more.
They could have bought a whole nother episode.
Ando, what's up,
all
man?
the film clips from episode 1.
Yeah,
my man. Real quick,
we already know what happened there.
Just want to say real quick, Ando, what's up, man? Hey guys, I'm still at work, but I wanted to say hi and I miss you. Then he said, right back. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, thank you for coming through, Ando. We appreciate you, bro. Y'all check out his stream, Ando 3818. He is also on Twitch. He plays a lot of WWE Supercard, Avengers, and other good games. So definitely check him out on Twitch.
I think he's gonna be streaming later tonight. I think I saw him post.
Yeah. Cool dude. Definitely check him out. All right, Shaw, what's on tap next?
All right, last show we got to talk about is Miss Marvel. A lot of things happened. We got some more information. We got a big fight with that aunt lady or whatever. What y'all think of it?
It ain't for me. The show is not for me. Real quick, he's back. Real quick, that's his Twitch information. Definitely follow this dude. Definitely follow. I didn't know anything about WWE Supercard until I met him, and I'm a wrestling fan. So definitely check out his channel. He plays some of the Avengers too. I just started playing. I suck at it. So definitely check him out tonight. He will be streaming a little bit later.
I have yet to see it yet. I know it's loosely based. My introduction to this Ms. Marvel, Carla Khan, was a lot from the new Avengers video game. So, you know what I mean? And I see some similarities, through the trailer. I've yet to see the show. I'm hoping, developmentally wise, it's good. I get it. It's not a show for everybody, but yet again, because of all these multiverse things, there's going to be a connection somewhere. So
yeah, that's why the reason why I watch is because it's gonna connect to the timeline at some point.
Well, so you also have to come into this with the realization that Marvel is also aiming for a younger audience, right?
Yes.
Gen X is not their audience for this. So when I watch it, I kind of put that like, hey, but of course I also, not gonna lie, I also watch a lot of freeform shows. So, so I can suspend the disbelief as an adult and just be like, okay, cool, it's just entertainment. But I think it does have a lot of really valid points, and I think the way it's being done is being done well. Because it's explaining it's not pulling a Naomi.
No, it's not. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Yeah.
She's a teenager who struggles with the identity of her culture, the difficulty of being an awkward teenager, which I think all of us can kind of, okay. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I was an awkward teenager. I mean, I'm still an awkward adult, so not much change there. But I just found other awkward adults, and I fly my geek flag, and they just congregate. So, with that being said, though, like you see these struggles that I think all of us on some level can relate to, even though as adults sometimes it's painful to have to look back and be like, "Yeah, I was that kid." But I also think also having like. She has just a small group of friends. So it's not like Spider-Man who has like all these great friends that he's grown up with his entire life. She's got like 2 really close friends and maybe like a few other acquaintances that she's known for a long time.
Right.
That help her kind of like relate to what she's going through and work through these things.
I know heavily in the comic and also the video game. Her dad plays a very big role in her, in her idea for choices and stuff. And it's like you said, because she only has, a short, social ladder.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I think overall it's well written. But I can also agree with the fact that sometimes it is difficult to watch it because it is geared for a younger audience. But I mean, I still find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way they changed her power set too. I thought I could get over that, but they changed her power set a little bit. So I wasn't too happy about that, but it is what it is. All right, Sean, now we got some news.
Yes, sir. To move on to the news. Let's move down. All right. So first up, it's reported that Kristen Ritter is in talks with Marvel to return as Jessica Jones. Grain of salt, but what are y'all thoughts on that?
I liked her as Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I did, and we already seen the return of the actor who played Daredevil in No Way Home in Spider-Man. So I think it'd be great. They're established characters enough. People who've watched Marvel shows or so far understand who she is. So why not?
Yeah.
And my PSA once again, Disney Plus parents, you might want to put that parental code lock on there, because if your kids watch Jessica Jones, that's your therapy bills.
Yeah.
Yep.
She ain't lying.
The
She
new
ain't
Netflix
lying.
shows the new Netflix shows were not meant for kids anyway.
I mean, I love the Jessica Jones live action. That's one of my favorites. But we also know that supervillain at heart.
Join laser.gg today. Create unique trading card from the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Definitely head on over. We need money to bail Shaw out in case he gets busted stealing some chips. So definitely.
Yeah.
Join laser.gg today.
That's our chip money, and so I'm assuming that's where the building fund went to was bailing Shaw out.
Yes. That's what happened to the building fund, man. We got to bail Shaw out, man. Yeah. I mean, he lives in New York, and sometimes, he goes and
anyway,
donate so we can stop talking about Chiro.
Anyway, speaking of returns, this year, Marvel Studios will be returning to San Diego Comic-Con. What's your thoughts on that? They haven't been since 2019.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I still can't get a ticket to San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm not. So I mean, I'm neutral.
True. Next, we got some news about Kraven the Hunter. Apparently, for this new movie, he's going to be an animal lover. Yeah,
that's no biggie. They've done that once in the comics with him. They also, I think, for a little bit in the Spider-Man animated show that I remember watching, he was, yes, he was still a hunter, but he still had love for the animals that he was hunting. Like, he had some respect. So that's nothing big. And then everybody's trying to make him sound like he's Ace Ventura, pet detective with, abilities of being able to hunt animals. Come on, we've seen
it also
this
makes it a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because unless you're a billionaire going out on a safari to kill like endangered species, as someone who has hunted animals myself, there's a deep respect that you have for the animal that is providing for you. I mean, yes, we to a certain extent did it for sport, but we also didn't waste anything of the kill. Like we kept it all. It wasn't just trophy hunting.
Yeah.
So I mean that's definitely a more realistic way to portray someone who's that type of character.
And also a lot in like I said, in the comic, that's what he was. He was taking out poachers and taking out guys. Yes, he still hunted certain animals if somebody contracted him to, but if he was in the Serengeti and there's poachers going after rhinos, that was his thing. That he took them out. You know what I mean? He was the original anti-hero. He was in that gray area where he could be a villain, but he could also be a hero as well.
Right. All right. Next up, we got some casting news for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, picture 11 through 14. Yeah, we got the Spot.
I never liked him.
Apparently, he's going to be the main villain, apparently. This dude's playing George Stacy. The Vulture.
New Vulture now. They're going away from Keith.
And just
Michael Keaton.
Yep. I don't understand this one.
Was the photo just from a time when the character was pregnant?
No, yeah. I don't understand the casting. I've never been a big Easter. That's just me. I've never been a big Issa Rae fan. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
What else has she been in?
I'm trying to remember. I know I've seen her in something.
Wasn't she one of the Wakanda women soldiers?
She was not. I don't believe so.
Okay. Because I think she just in the face looks familiar to like the one from the Winter Soldier and Sam Williams when we got to see more of the female Wakandan soldiers. She just looks like one of them in the face. That's all.
Like I've never seen her face before, but I can't picture it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, we also got some promo pictures for Super Pets, picture 1 through 7.
I was talking with my girlfriend the other day, talking to her about how this is coming about Kevin Hart and The Rock. This is like the Secret Life of Pets when they did number 2, but they actually are superheroes.
Yeah.
I mean,
really, Bart Kent. We know his name is Crypto. Like, change the name. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
You Ace the Bad Hound. Come on, man. Turtle that runs super speed. Crash.
Didn't we already have that with what was it the one with Ryan Williams or Ryan Reynolds and the turtle or the snail that runs really fast? Speed.
I thought we did. Yeah, I thought we did. I'm trying to think. Was the Crash in? No, the Crash was doggone it. I can't remember his name. But the Crash was in Just a Lot of Animals, and that was in a comic. Captain Carradine Zucru, and it was just a lot of animals. That was the animal version of Justice League of America. Yep. I remember that now. All right, what we got next, y'all?
All right, next we got a bunch of Ezra Miller news. God. First up, he will no longer be in any DC movies after The Flash.
I'm pretty sure the face that Gene just made is the same face that Warner Brothers PR makes anytime he's trending.
Yep, very much so, very much so. Also, speaking of The Flash, it's reported that the Flash movie will debut on HBO Max due to the concerns. So, yeah, may or may not be happening. And lastly, there's some news of something where he was housing a young woman and her 3 kids in a house full of guns, which I don't know. Kind of sounds like there's more to the story there, but whatever y'all think.
What's more to the story? You got a house full of kids with a house full of guns. You're an idiot.
Welcome to Texas.
Facts.
Exactly. But like, my thoughts are like, why was he housing them? Was he like doing a favor to them to keep them safe from something or something?
Were the guns safe and locked up in a cabinet or a locked drawer?
Here's my other question. Were these people that maybe know him and it wasn't that he was holding them there? They're like, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You need adult supervision right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel for his editor and his publicist. I know I'm making the same faces and looks as that they would be like.
They probably dropped his ass.
You need to stop.
They probably dropped his ass. I know I would have dropped his ass.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right, Sean, what's next, man?
Next up, we got a release date. Well, not date, but release month for Harley Quinn season 3. It'll be released next month in July. So I'm thinking 2nd week, 3rd week.
Now, are we going to actually see the marriage between Ivy and Harley in this?
More than likely, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, also we got a rumor that Cal Kestis, a live action series around the character from that recent Star Wars game, Fallen Jedi. He's getting a series. Just a rumor though, so may not be happening.
Right.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it only due to the fact of how we get the end in Obi-Wan Kenobi. It makes sense now if they were to make a series. You know what I mean?
Take it with a grain of salt, folks. Take it with a grain of salt, folks. But they'd be like, but Gene would like to see it.
Yep. Yeah. All right, next up, we got the I think it's the first poster for Little Mermaid, picture number 8. I think it's the first poster. Yeah. Release date, May 26th, next year.
Disney, your live actions flop. Why do you keep putting money into them?
The only two good live actions that I've ever seen that came out of Disney that I did not mind was Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella were fine. Other than that,
those lend themselves to live action, right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like in the past they did things like Milo and Otis with like dogs and cats talking.
Yep.
But
yeah.
You don't need to do that with Lion King and Aristocats. Let those be.
Just let sleeping dogs lie.
I'm excited for talk of the live action Hercules. Now, if it actually happens, is a whole nother story because that was my all-time favorite Disney animated of that time frame.
Same. Agreed.
But once again, that's another one that leads itself to good live action.
That's right.
KW ain't feeling it. KW said just no.
I think the reason why nobody's really feeling it, I'm not saying because of the Lady of Color, but it's just the way this looks. This does not lend itself. It
doesn't look cheap. A kids show.
It looks cheap. It looks more adultish than it does kiddish.
Yeah. It looks like something you would see on Freeform in the show Sirens.
KW, you stupid. You look like the Powerpuff Girl Bliss with red hair.
Yeah, and like that's the whole thing.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I don't think anybody at this point would really care like what Ariel's ethnicity was at this point.
No.
Because like don't get me wrong, like it looks cool. Like I like the look, not for Disney.
Right. All right, next up we got a promo picture of the Barbie movie. Ryan Gosling.
What?
Number 10.
I can't believe you making me do this, man.
Yes, sir.
There's our 10. And Margot Robbie's going to be our Barbie.
I swear this looks straight up like the Aqua music video for Barbie Girl.
Yes, sir. And when the trailer comes out, we're doing a reaction too.
Oh hell no, we ain't doing a reaction.
Can that be Barbie Day where me and
y'all be there?
Talk about Barbies?
Y'all gonna do that by your damn self. Willie will be Look at
My only one question is: are all the Barbies and Ken going to be actually like the dolls and like nothing?
Oh, Look at this fool, man! Look at this fool, man!
Oh, and also that song "Barbie Girl" isn't going to be played in the movie apparently.
It's not.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, they're trying to stay away from paying Aqua some royalties.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that Aqua had to pay them royalties to use the name Barbie. So they're like, we don't really want to pay royalties back to you for that.
Right.
Well, then again, it might have been in the name because Barbie's really old, so.
That's true. It is old.
But I think they've kept the trademark active.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And KW, have you ever looked at a Ken doll? He is the most looking doll on the planet.
Yeah.
And if you really look at his backstory, he's a total scrub. Like, he's had one job in like 50 years. He was a lifeguard for a while. Barbie has been an astronaut, a teacher, a CEO.
But that's just that's just real life. But that's just real life because when you have a dude who works hard, got a good job and everything, nice guy, the woman don't want him. But when a dude come up, ain't got nothing, that's what women want. As long as they look good, it's all that matters. He could be a complete scrub.
But Ken's been portrayed in multiple different things. Ken's been portrayed as, with the CEO. Oh, he was the boss dude. You know what I mean? You could get him Ken as this. Ken has been right beside Barbie since the beginning.
They made him a wardrobe to match hers.
Yeah,
but
he was
there
the
was
accessory.
Never ever actually like Ken having a job.
No, he was just the accessory. Get Ken in suit. You know what I mean? Get Ken in.
And here's the catch to your argument there, William. If a woman's making that much money, and even if he like works hard too, like there's really good plastic surgeons, you can make him look like whatever you want. So I mean, we don't need them to come looking good. They can be a DIY.
Wow, men DIY projects.
Yeah.
Only here on the Geek Gauntlet.
Oh
William.
hell, Geek Gauntlet can be.
Oh no, trust me. Trust me. There's plenty of DIY out there. Trust me. I could write a memoir on that.
Well,
But
well, I'm with KW. That's one movie we ain't gonna see. And if y'all want to run a Barbie special on Geek Gauntlet, hey, Cat, I'll give you the keys.
Oh, nah, we doing it with you here.
Shaw can come with you.
Oh, nah, we're doing definitely with you here, man. You're gonna be the star of the show, man. We want your opinion on it, man.
Oh
wait,
god.
Would that be hashtag Bikini Watch Week?
Gene don't know about that bit. We never told Gene about that bit. We never told. He might know about it. He might know about it.
I'm an OG, dude. I'm an OG. I'm getting back in this swing thing.
Okay.
Now, for the record, I did not put William on the spot to do this without him voluntarily saying he would do it.
She didn't.
Yep.
So when he said I'd wear a bikini for that many views too, I said, all right, what's our number? How many views we need? And I'm like, you legit mean this?
I didn't know at the time. I didn't know Kat's powers of TikTok at the time. I didn't know. I didn't know her powers of TikTok. She knows the algorithm.
He underestimated my ability to get people to come and watch. So I'm hashtag Bikini Gate.
Oh my gosh.
Barbie weekend.
All right.
Someone has to be here with the censor button in case my mouth gets out of control.
Yes, I gotta be with the censor button.
All right, next up, we got some Doctor Who news. Apparently, Matt Smith has been pictured with his old Doctor Who hair. Picture number 9, please. So he may or may not be in a special. Yep.
Are we sure that's not just his dad hair?
No, that's the Matt Smith
slightly
hair.
Less pomade.
Yeah. Why does he look like Shaggy from Scooby Doo with the polo?
He's always looked that way.
He's always looked that way. Like
because of the shag. Because of the
Gotcha.
Shave, yeah.
I just can't wait for the 60th anniversary to get through because you got Neil Patrick Harris and hopefully a great line with all the doctors. So they're going all out. So
yeah, we're told it might be three different specials.
Damn. If it is, that'd be cool.
That's what we heard. Y'all.
Damn.
I still need to finish my 50th anniversary Doctor Who T-shirt quilt.
Cool. All right, next up, Sun Wukong versus Hercules and Death Battle. We finally got the victor, which was Sun Wukong, aka the Monkey King. What are your thoughts on the fight?
I wasn't too enthused with the Death Battle when they announced it. I mean,
they're too. What is it? What
they're
would you call them?
They're both too OP.
Demigods.
Yeah.
And it's the old version of East meets West.
East meets West.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know East meets West is
Greek mythology. I think Greek. What is it? Greek mythology's been out a little bit longer than Chinese mythology type thing. At the same time, it's like they're gods. So no matter which way you would go about it, they're both technically going to win at some point.
Oh yeah.
No matter how many times they do the battle, okay. Am I mad? Not really. Is it like, does it faze me? No. But the next one that we're going to be getting, Boba Fett versus the Predator. Like, who's coming up with these?
I could care less about that one.
Yeah, Boba Fett's going to lose easy.
I mean, I know I met someone the other day. Well, not meet someone, but someone who found out about the Death Battle told me that Boba Fett can win because if you can lay down fire or whatever, that'll take away a Predator's heat vision.
Yeah.
something to that effect. And
Also,
that'd
pocket
be
sand
easy
takes away his
with.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But here's the big thing. All the Predator's got to do is find a big old Snarlack pet and let him drop into it. Boom. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And wait 10 years and maybe he might come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus
Just
Boba Fett's a dude though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dude.
He's a dude.
So yeah, he's just a dude. So
Yep.
you know, right? He's an extraordinary guy, but he's still just a dude.
He's a dude with lots of gadgets.
Yeah.
He's the dude version of Inspector Gadget without being able to go Gadget arm, Gadget feet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just press a button. Oh,
There you go. Jetpack. All right, Shaw. What's the last thing we're gonna talk about tonight?
The last we're going to talk about is the trailer for some movie called Lyle Crocodile, about some sort of a singing crocodile.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Why do I think I've heard of this?
Why does it sound sort of like
It
Princess
sounds like
and
a children's book I would have read.
Probably, most likely.
Princess and the Frog. We had a singing crocodile in that one.
Yeah.
So
Man. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. Kat, what you got going on over at Geek News Now, where you're one of the writers over there, one of the tenured writers? What you got going on over there?
Well, I mean, we've got all kinds of articles. If you want to, if you haven't been keeping up with Ezra Miller, which I'm not sure how any of us have missed that, definitely hop on over there and check that out. There's definitely some good opinion pieces on that. Any geek news you're looking at, we've also got video games. We've got guys that podcast on YouTube in addition to the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Check us out on TikTok. Here in a couple weeks, I'm going to be up at Greater Austin Comic Con.
There you go.
And so there'll be some coverage from that on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So
there you go.
Cool.
All right, Gene, what you got going on? Anything you want to tell us about?
Still the same old, but you can hit us up over there at Revolution as well, and every other different place where I'm at. You can find me TikTok, Instagram, wherever you're gonna find me. Yeah, I am back.
Gene is back. Good to have you back, brother. Shaw, anything you got going down?
Currently nothing new at the moment. Same old.
All right, guys. Thank you for everybody being here tonight. Gene, you came through right at the right time. You guys sent up some positive prayer over to Janae. She's not feeling well, so she can get better. Hope you'll be back with us next week. Thank you to everybody over at Axion Pictures. Derrick, thank you. Isaiah, thank you. Appreciate you guys for running through, telling us about the Force. And if there is nothing else, thank you for everybody in the chat. Appreciate KW being here. Appreciate Ando being here as well. Don't forget to check him out. He's about to stream in about an hour or so, I think. So definitely check him out over there. And for myself, Gene, Shaw, and Kat, we'll see you again next week right here on the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Everyone have a great week and take care.
Peace.